What's up guys, my name is Alex and welcome to another Supergirl video. Today I'm going to be talking about Supergirl Season 4, Episode 8. Now, just before I get into this, I did want to mention that I did a live reaction to this episode, so if you want to see me react live to it, that is up on my Patreon, which is linked in the description below. And like all my review videos, if you haven't watched the episode first, I do highly recommend that, as there's going to be a lot of spoilers in this video. So if you don't want to be spoiled, go watch the episode first and then come back here. So this episode was like technically Supergirl's season finale, as next week is going to be the crossover, just before they go on their mid-season finale, but the crossover doesn't actually affect each individual show's storyline. So this is the mid-season finale for the Supergirl sort of storyline. And there were definitely things that I really loved about this episode. There were some things that frustrated me about this episode. But yeah, let's get into this. So the things that I really loved about this episode, obviously Nia. Oh God, I love her. I love that she's learning to sort of like control her powers. She saved her life and like got the bullet to like free herself from the handcuffs. That was so sick when she did that. I was screaming. I was like, that's awesome. Obviously loved her and Brainy's interaction. Oh my God, they're so cute. I can't with those two. I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it. I really just want to know what Brainy knows about the future, you know? Like, I want to know what he knows about Nia in the future. And he called her, what was it? Like, I don't know. He called her something else when he was like trying to help her control her powers. And I was like, what does that mean? I feel like it was like, possibly a reference to like her comic book version, possibly, or maybe there's something else to it. I'm not 100% sure, but I was very curious about that. But I am very excited that she's sort of learning to use her powers. She's helping the gang out with like missions and stuff like that. I was like, why isn't Kara telling her she's Supergirl? Like, they're sharing their secret identities. Obviously, it's not something that like Nia is 100% comfortable with either. So I'm like, Nia shared? Why aren't you sharing Kara? This would be awesome if like Nia knew. Like, come on. And I think that was like a big point this episode. There was a sort of like almost situation where Kara did have to out herself. And I don't know. I have different feels about that. Because there's a situation with Nia, how I was like, just, you know, tell her, you guys are pals, you guys can work together. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense not to tell her, you know? And the same with, like, Lena. But then there's, like, people like that president, and I hate him. He's an asshole. And I'm like, I don't like that you're trying to force her out. Screw you. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm kind of like torn between that storyline. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. But I do know how I feel about the DEO. And honestly, I've mentioned this before, but I've started to hate the DEO this season. Like, more and more each episode, I'm just like, why are we even here? The DEO is just annoying and useless. all the good people, just like leave the DEO and like make your own like small group, like your own private detective group. Jean started, let's just go with him. Like, screw the DEO. And because Kara didn't like out herself, her secret identity, they kicked her out of the DEO. And I'm like, who cares? Like, honestly, like, the DEO needs Supergirl more than Supergirl needs the DEO. Like, why does Supergirl even need the DEO? I don't know. So that whole, like, it felt like it was supposed to be like a shocking finale that she got kicked out of the DEO, but I was kind of like, okay, who cares? Yeah, it's not like Supergirl needs the DEO. Like, the only thing she really needs from the DEO is Alex, right? Wynn's no longer a part of the DEO. Jean's not there. Like, what else does she need from the DEO except for Alex? Oh, and Brainy. Brainy, obviously, as well. But I just feel like Brainy is a part of the gang. More a part of the gang than the DEO, you know? But yeah, I wonder if they're gonna, like, sort of, I don't know. I wonder if they're moving towards, like, them all leaving the DEO, because like, yeah, like I said, Jean's already out, now Supergirl's out. I mean, Alex isn't really enjoying the management there, right? Like, what if they all just leave? I wouldn't really care. But yeah, this whole episode, honestly, I was just rooting for Manchester Black. I was just here being like, yes, kill him, destroy him, I'm here for this. And then Jean kept on interrupting and I was like, Jean, come on, man, just like, come on, he's right there. Agent Liberty is right there and you're gonna stop him? I was just rooting for Manchester to just kill him. Honestly, could have killed the wife as well because she turned out to be a dumb bitch as well. It would have been so much better if they just let him kill him. I find it hard to be mad at Manchester Black for like the bad stuff he does because I'm also like, fair. But yeah, overall, I think this episode, like, there were definitely things that I really liked about it, things that frustrated me about it. But yeah, it wasn't a bad episode. I feel like, though, for a mid-season finale, maybe a little lackluster. I think there needed to be a bigger cliffhanger, a bigger shock thing at the end, because I feel like they were expecting that Supergirl being booted from the DEO to be a bigger thing than it was. I was just kind of like, okay, who cares? So I feel like they needed more at the end there, especially considering they like closed it with like Agent Liberty being praised. I'm just like, ugh, this is stupid. Ugh. So yeah, I feel like, yeah, while I really loved a lot of things in the show, in the episode, there were a couple things that frustrated me, but overall I think it just needed that one thing at the end, that really one thing at the end to like make it a good mid-season finale. Otherwise, it's just like a decent episode, you know, but not like a good mid-season finale. But I would love to know your thoughts on this episode in the comment section below, or you can tweet me, Tumblr me, Instagram me. Those links are in the description below. And like I mentioned, I did a live reaction, which is in the description below as well. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Were you a bit like me? You liked some, like didn't like others? Definitely could have used more Lena. It can always use more Lena. But yeah, I think that's about it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you guys in my next video. Okay.